Okay, we're back in a car now, filming these little episodes, which is quite lovely. So, I finally got over my fear of the huntsman in the car. I don't know where he's gone. Jerry is probably somewhere. Yes, I named him Jerry because it was less scary than saying a huntsman was in my car. At least I can say that Jerry's somewhere in my car. And if you don't know what a huntsman looks like, here's what a huntsman was. He was like this big, and he was just in between like my door and like the car. You know when you open the door and you have like that little gap in between the car and the door? He was in that gap, and I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, so I don't know if he's like left me alone or if he's hiding somewhere in the other four doors, but I don't know, and I don't want to know. As long as he stays on that side of the car, we should be fine, to be fair. Also, my social anxiety is low-key picking up because people are driving and walking past my car while I'm filming, and I'm filming in a parking lot, which, like, I low-key shouldn't be, but at the same time, like, I didn't want to film in my car on the street where I live. So, we're just in a parking lot, in the city, so I'm kind of a little petrified, I'm not gonna lie. But today's episode, we're going to be talking about friendships, the lovely, lovely bit of friendships. We're going to be talking about having no friends, having so many friends, having somewhat friends, and friend betrayals. That's what really we're going to be talking about today. But more specifically, I want to focus more on like the no friends and then having friends, and sort of like the imposter syndrome you get around it, and how also having no friends is also fine, because I feel like there's a lot of emphasis in society that you need friends or else you're a weirdo and you're like lonely, which is kind of insane because I think I spent most of my high school years either having no friends or friends I had to mask around, and I think I only had, out of all the friends I have now, right, I had spent probably my first 3 years in high school, from the time I was like probably about 13 till about I was 15, I had friends that I had to mask around, or I didn't have friends at all, right, because I low-key got bullied by these other girls, and I didn't really have friends, and they were my friends, and they just started bullying me. It was not a fun time for me, and then I got into this other friend group, but I couldn't be my total normal self because they would judge me otherwise if that was the case, which sucked. But then I hit around 16 and I became friends with this lovely person. I'm not going to mention their name. Maybe if I get famous I'll bring them on the podcast, you know. But I became friends with this person, and they were so lovely to me. They were my longest friend, right? They are the longest friend I've had, and they're still my friend now, which is great. Oh my god, it's so dark if I'm like not facing forward. Right, so I've been friends with this person for probably about, I'm 23 now, I was 16 then, so about 7 years, which is kind of insane, and they're probably my friend that I've probably masked the least around, and also the friend that has like been with me through all of my mental health crises. And if you know me, when I have my little like moments, I just avoid people. Like, I will not text you back at all. It's probably like my toxic trait is that when I am going through something, I will just avoid everyone in my life. Like, I will not talk to anyone for whatever reason. Which sucks because like, my friends want to be around me and stuff like that, but I just do not have the mental energy to talk to you. And this friend has been through me, like, with me through everything, especially in, like, I think when I was, like, 16, 17 is when I started really going through it. And that's when, like, I just started not texting anyone. I stopped, like, using social media. Like, I don't even really use social media now. Like, I maybe use Snapchat because that friend and their friend group uses Snapchat to communicate, and I still want to, like, you know, see, like, the hangouts and stuff like that, so I'll do it. Even though if I told them I want to delete Snapchat, they'll probably just send me a text for when everyone hangs out. But, like, I feel like, oh my god, this person in front of me is parked diagonally. Oh my god. I have never seen someone park so badly. She's getting in the car and she's reversing. Because she sees it. That's even worse. Oh my god, why are you straightening up? You're not in the lines. Anyway. Anyway, so it is like one of those things where, fuck, I kind of want to show you guys. Can you even see? So, I don't like it now. I had a really good position, now I don't have it anymore. But yeah, like, honestly, like, this friend has been with me through everything, and at some point, like, even when we were friends, I would say I would have no friends because, like, I just didn't communicate with anyone, right? But they have been with me through everything, and I appreciate them so much. And I say I was probably, like, really close to friendless, or somewhat, probably once I hit, like, 19 till about I was, like, 21, I would say. So I'm 23, so, like, I've only really started having friends for, like, the last couple of years that I continuously hang out with. And like, as I mentioned, like, I still am a terrible texter. I do not like texting people. I prefer if my friends just call me and then we talk for, like, 3 hours compared to, like, sending multiple texts to one another throughout the day. Like, it's just not my thing. And, like, I think society puts on a lot of pressure of having to be on social media, to having to reply to people, and to having friends, or else you are seen as a weirdo and a loser if you don't have any. And I think one of the best things you can do is be alone, like, be friendless for, like, a little bit. Right, as weird as it sounds, like, being friendless for a little while will make you really appreciate the friends that you do end up getting, and, like, you will want to develop friendships that are actually meaningful. Like, as I said, like, I have a bunch of friends. I would say I'd probably say I have probably about 8 to 10 friends at the moment, which is pretty weird to say. And I remember when I was younger, I wanted a friend group where we could hang out, like, every weekend or so because of my autism, and I thought I was so weird and so friendless. I didn't have a friend group that wanted to hang out with me because, as I mentioned, like, when I was 14, I didn't really have any friends. And yeah, I was gonna, like, stop this and then pre-record it again, but I figured that's probably not the best thought to do. I may as well just not keep recording these because I have an issue where, like, I feel like I'm just yapping and I'm going on, and, like, I should just stop and then just record it again. But we'll just keep this going. We'll keep this flowing. But I was always so, like, wanting a friend group where I could hang out every weekend, and I feel like that's probably one, just not good in this economy because everything is so fucking expensive. But I do have a current friend group now where that friend I still had when I was 16, I hang out with their friend group probably about once every couple of months, which is pretty good. Like, I think that's when we all have time to actually hang out because everyone has a job now and everything, or does uni. And the other friend group I have, I actually developed because there was this one girl who I really, really, like, wanted to be friends with in high school. Like, I thought she was so cool. I thought she was so intelligent. Like, I was, like, you know, I wouldn't say, like, someone parked next to me. Why are people parking next to me, man? Why? You have all this space and you're parking next to me with the person that has social anxiety that's talking to a camera. I hope you didn't hear that. But this friend, I, like, thought she was so cool in high school, but then, like, I just didn't really talk to anyone in high school, and I was too scared to talk to her. Like, I sort of talked to her, and we sort of hung out a few times, but, like, nothing really, like, developed too much into, like, friendship and stuff. But then, right, I recently reconnected with her a couple of years ago, and we started going out to, like, dinner and, like, lunch together and stuff, and it was amazing. And she was just so nice. It was nice to actually, like, hang out and actually have dinner with someone. And she ended up finding out I was autistic. And turns out she was also autistic. And she invited me to that friend group. And now we hang out regularly. I've gone to 2 Christmas, like, annual little trips with them. Like, we went to this other beach on, like, this, like, little beach resort thing on the, I think, what was it? Northeast, southwest. The west side of Melbourne. And then, we went to another one that was on, like, the east side of Melbourne, like, last year, and then the following year. Like, it was really good. And it's nice because we're probably going to have another annual trip this Christmas as well, which is, I'm really looking forward to it. And it's so nice to, like, have, like, these annual trips with a friend group and hang out with them. I probably hang out with that friend group as, like, a group probably, like, every month and a half, which is, like, pretty regularly. And then we, like, play games and stuff like that together. Well, not really, because my PC broke and they all play League, and I started getting into League, and I didn't want to, like, anyone to see that I was bad at League. So, anyway, the lady that parked diagonally is back. But I ended up like, I don't know, like, it was just interesting, and it was so nice to just have a friend group where we can hang out. But I just remember, like, when I was going through my, like, rough period where I felt so friendless and I didn't hang out with anyone, but I also avoided people as well, so, like, the very few times I got invited out, I just had so much bad, like, social anxiety that I just didn't hang out with anyone. And I feel like it's one of those things where if you have social anxiety and you don't hang out with people, and you don't really go out of the house, like, it can manifest into getting just worse. Like, I feel like OCD and social anxiety are probably some of the worst, like, even depression, like, some of the worst mental disorders to have, because they are so easy to manifest into more. And it's one of those things where I will continuously go out of the house because I know if I just stop going outside, that at some point it's going to manifest into, I get so anxious I don't want to be around other people and stuff. And obviously I do not want that. So, like, I continuously have to remind myself to go outside, to hang out with people, to, like, interact with others, because I know, even though it makes me really uncomfortable to do so, I know that if I don't do it, it will just get worse. And that's what I tell people when they're like, how do I get better with my social anxiety? You just have to do it. Like, as hard and as awkward as it sounds, like, it's always really hard to do it for the first time. I've noticed with my social anxiety, it's so hard to just compliment one stranger for the very first time. It is so hard to do that because you feel like you are putting yourself out there. But after, like, a couple of times of you doing it, you just realize, like, it's not as bad. And I always notice if I don't do that sort of stuff regularly, where I don't talk to people regularly, like strangers and stuff, and I don't do that for about probably, like, 3 weeks, my anxiety is just somehow worsened, right, than when I was talking to people and talking to strangers, because I just don't have that social interaction, and it just somehow gets worse. I don't know why. Like, I used to do sales, and I hated sales. Like, I really, really hated sales, because you have to just go up to random strangers, try to sell to them, and you just get rejected. Like, you just get told no, like, 30 times a day. But I was so much more comfortable talking to strangers on the street and interacting with others than I am now. And the job I do now is, like, plumbing. Like, I don't interact with anyone, right? Like, I don't interact with anyone other than my coworkers and maybe the client that I'm doing the roof for. But, like, since I don't interact with strangers, and I don't have to continuously develop that habit of rejection and rejection sensitivity, and, like, just that feeling, I feel like I just get worse all the time. Also, oh my god, I just got an email. What is my email? Sorry. Oh, it's just some, like, Marvel Rivals thing. Also, I've been playing a lot of... I don't want anyone knowing this, because I'm supposed to appear as this cool person, but I low-key have been getting into Pokemon Go, and I don't want people knowing that, because, like, I'm supposed to be this cool person, and I already get called, like, a nerd by, like, my roommates and stuff like that, and I hate it, because it's like, I'll talk about some, like, smart shit, and they're like, oh my god, you're such a nerd. Like, thanks. Like, same thing at work. Like, I'll be talking about, like, politics because I've mentioned it, and they're like, oh my god, you are such a nerd. Like, okay, please can we stop calling myself a nerd? I just like reading stuff. I just like doing things and interacting, and you guys are calling me a nerd, and I feel like people are gonna call me a nerd when they find out I play Pokemon Go on my phone. But, like, I really want to show you this cool ass fucking Pokemon I got. Let me actually put the... Wait, I'm probably going to put the screenshot, because I'm probably just not going to review this after I film this, because I feel like it's so weird. But, let me see. What is it? No, I have to go search, and I have to go Eevee. Look at this. Look at this fucking Eevee I got. It's a shiny Eevee, and it is... Wait, I don't want, like, you guys to see where it is. There we go. I think that's it. It's, like, near perfect. You can see that, right? It's great. It is so good. I love it. I had to literally go on Reddit to ask them, like, what should I evolve my Eevee to, because I didn't know what to do. But apparently they think, It's my favorite Eevee evolution. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Sylveon. It's the fairy type one. It's my favorite one because I think it's the most girliest and the prettiest one. And if you know me, I love all Pokemon that is, like, really girly. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Piplup. So we're just, like, going off from, like, the friends and, like, social anxiety to fucking Pokemon Go. Like, that is insane. I'm so sorry. I'll tell you my favorite Pokemon and then we'll head back. My favorite Pokemon is Piplup. It was my favorite one as a kid. I remember thinking, damn, Piplup is so bratty and, like, just throws a tantrum whenever she doesn't get what she wants and throws bubbles at dawn. Blows bubbles, I mean. And I was like, that's me. I loved it. I loved Piplup as a kid. I thought it was such, like, a girly Pokemon. I loved it. But yeah, and, like, honestly, there was also a Charizard by my house the other day. That was, like, fucking really cool. Sorry, anyway, not like a Charmander, like a Charizard, like the actual fucking, like, fully evolved dragon. That was so cool. Anyway, let's change the topic. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like there is such a, like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I have a really hard time, like, maintaining really close friendship groups because I put a lot of my time and my effort into developing them. And I feel like a lot of the times, like, I don't have the energy to maintain, like, 10 friends. Like, I have, as I mentioned right now, I have 10 friends, but I don't have 10 close friends. I have probably about 2 friends that I am really, I would say close with. I wouldn't say, like, best friends with, but I am close with, because I just do not have the energy to become someone's bestie, as bad as it sounds. And I think the last time I had a best friend was probably when I was, like, 17, 18, which is so long ago. And it was this girl I used to hang out with in high school, and we had recently like reconnected, and she had like the same disorders as me. She, like, her and I were like practically like the same person, and it was so nice just talking with her every day, because we would send like 15-20 minute fucking long ass voice memos to each other every day, and we would literally spend the night just responding back to it or sending texts to one another, and we would play video games together. It was like, she was like me, but in a different font, and it was just so nice to have someone that was identical to me practically. But her and I just sort of like drifted apart, which is such a shame. I really do wish her the best, and hopefully in the future we can reconnect, because I really do miss her. But I have 2 friends at the moment, and I feel really bad saying this, but when I am friends with someone, I try to pour everything into them, even if I am like half a glass full. And I, shouldn't really be pouring anything because I don't have a lot left to pour into their cup. But I really try my absolute hardest, and like, I know some people don't see it as that because I don't respond to people's texts and stuff, and I don't text people as regularly because I generally don't have a lot of energy in the last couple of years to even really like respond to people as badly as it sounds. But I try my hardest, and the 2 friends I have at the moment, like, I try to like, as bad as it sounds, like, I stay in touch with them, probably not every day, probably every 3 days, which to some people, they might be like, oh my god, it takes you 3 days to get back to people. You haven't seen the other, like, 5 to, like, 7 friends I have. Like, I don't respond to them unless they text me in the group chat first. Like, I just don't, which is insane. But, I don't know, I feel like there's so much pressure on having, like, a big friend group. But then I also feel like having a big friend group can also be very daunting and probably not the best, because, like, from what I heard, like, my friend, she has, like, a really big friend group, and the drama that's in that friend group as of now is, like, atrocious. Like, there is so much drama within that friend group. I'm surprised they're still even standing. Like, I'm surprised that they're even not dating, that they're even, like, together as friends, because there's, like, it's probably, like, a friend group of, like, 12 or something, and, like, everyone has issues. Someone also parked next to me. I hate my life. Social anxiety for the win, man. Honestly, the fact that I'm, like, even filming in public is quite astounding. It's probably because no one can hear me talk. Maybe. They probably can, to be fair. But we're just doing this. We're just sort of filming. But yeah, no, like, honestly, like, it's one of those things. Also, my roommate saw me driving the other day, and you know what he had to comment? He said apparently he has never seen someone drive with so much intention before. Apparently my arms were, like, locked like this, and I was just like this, but, like, back with my head forward and just staring at the road. I low-key think it's, I kind of drive, I either drive really carelessly where I'm like one hand and I'm like, oh my god, look at me, and I'll do that like that turn thing with the hand, or I drive with like two hands on the wheel with intention, and that's usually depending on how I'm driving. If I'm driving with a mission, I will turn corners really, probably faster than you're supposed to, that won't overturn my car, because I have so much intention with the way I'm driving. But then if I'm chilling, I'm like, oh, it's just fine, you know, I'll just diddy-daddy my way there. I'll drive like that. But yeah, like, honestly, like, going into my 20s, like, I do wish my 20s had more action, I guess you could say. Like, I feel like everyone says your 20s are supposed to be your most enjoyment, like, fun time of your life, and I feel like I haven't reached that stage yet, but it is more fun than when I was severely depressed in my teens. So, like, I'll take it up, but I also feel like time is running too quickly, and I don't have enough time, and I'm 23 already, and I feel like I'm still 16, which is weird. I still feel like 16 was yesterday, and I still feel like I'm, well, realistically, if I had to give myself a number, I would say I still feel like I'm, like, 20. Which is weird, because I went to my friends the other day, and I had mentioned, like, I'm 22, and they're like, no, you're 23. I was like, what? They're like, no, you turned 23 a couple of months ago. I was like, fuck me, like, I remember my birthday, but I don't remember actually turning 23, which is insane. Anyway, this is probably the end of the video, because we have been filming for 22 minutes in a parking lot, and I want to get home so I can film my other vlog. So, you know, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I hope you guys have a lovely night, and I hope you guys like these random episodes, and if you do, please do, I don't know, leave a comment or something. I don't know, tell me like a problem you have, or like a topic you want me to discuss. Well, I just ramble about my feelings like this, to be fair. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely day and a lovely afternoon. Bye!